I first met through a mutual friend in the small hometown we grew up in Connecticut. And it's interesting because when we were first introduced, I recognized her. She was walking out of a Starbucks in our hometown, and I was parked in the parking lot with my friend Nicole, and I saw her walk out, and I felt something, and I said something to my friend, and I said, wow, that girl is absolutely beautiful. And when she showed up with this mutual friend of ours at a party, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the Starbucks girl. And I never really believed in love at first sight, but now looking back and looking at our story, that's exactly what it was. It's exactly what it was, no doubt about it.
I hadn't been out of the closet yet, so I wasn't really sure, what it would turn into. And so to me, Alicia was my best friend, and she did turn into being my soulmate. I didn't know it at the time, but it definitely was what happened.
It just kind of all happened organically, I guess you could say. I didn't know that Julie was gay. She obviously knew I was, but it just happened. I guess organically is the best way to put it, because we never had to really have that talk. It was just the energy that we felt together that we knew.
I have always wanted to have children, and I first started thinking about it when I was a kid. I had a really nice childhood, and I grew up really close with my brothers and sisters, so it's just something that I've always imagined for my own life.
I can't think of a specific time in my life where I thought about having children. It's one of those things that I always just knew was in the cards for me in the future. I definitely knew that I didn't want to carry, but I definitely my whole life knew that I wanted to have a big family. I grew up with 3 brothers. Family's really important to me, and I wanted to have that for my adult life as well.
At first, I would say we were discouraged because there's so much information out there, and just looking into how 2 females have a baby was really overwhelming to us. So we started with a book, and from there we went to an internet search, and we found information through Gay Parents to Be, which kind of got us started at RMACT. We had a great relationship with all of the doctors at RMACT. We were able to work with all of them a good amount of times, and it got us really comfortable with every doctor there. For our first IUI and our second IUI that we got pregnant, we worked with Dr. Leandaris, and we were so comfortable with him, and we felt that he was just so professional and made us feel so comfortable. And I was so nervous the first time, and I remember he said, do you want me to tell you what I'm doing, or do you want to talk about your favorite show? So we spent the 3 minutes talking about Chopped.
I think Julie can agree that their patient advocate, Lisa Rosenthal, really made the experience something absolutely incredible for us. She was someone we could text, someone we could call, someone we could talk to, someone we could cry to or laugh with. Having a friendship within RMACT was absolutely a huge thing for us.
When we were looking for a sperm donor, I think the most important thing that we were looking for was a healthy medical background. We were really impressed with how a lot of the websites gave a lot of information about, family medical history going back to grandparents, siblings, aunts and uncles. So we found that really helpful when deciding.
Having the child not biologically be mine did play a factor when choosing a donor. I definitely looked at the features and the ethnicity and tried to match it with what I look like and with what my ethnicities are. Some people aren't too conscious when they ask us about the donor. They say, who's the father?
Our baby doesn't have a father.
And that's the thing. He doesn't have a father. He's got us, and he's got a lot of uncles. And he's definitely going to have male role models in his life, but it's the reality of our situation. He doesn't have a father.
I think through the whole process there were a few times that we did feel like giving up. I know after our first IUI was unsuccessful, we were devastated and brokenhearted, and we thought, how are we going to do this again? And I'm lucky that I had Alicia, because she helped be positive when I needed her to, and just listen when I needed her to. And luckily, we tried again, and we were successful the second time.
To say that we are excited about this pregnancy is an absolute understatement. I don't have words for it.
Even to this day, kind of feels unbelievable. If you are scared or overwhelmed or don't know where to begin in this process, I think the best thing for someone to do is just reach out to RMACT. It changed our lives and made our dreams come true.